How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes. My name is Hanson. Thank you so much for tuning in. And for this video, you find me sitting in the 2020 Ford Edge ST. And I want to share with you my personal likes and dislikes so that you have a better idea before you decide to go out and buy one. Now, this is a mid-size SUV from Ford, meaning that there's going to be comfortable seating for 5 people, and it's going to have decent cargo capacity. Compared to the rest of the Ford lineup, this is going to be bigger than the Ford Escape and EcoSport, but smaller than the Explorer and Expedition. This midsize SUV is also going to be more powerful than the Escape and EcoSport. In fact, the amount of power found in this Ford Edge ST is unique because there's not a lot of other non-luxury branded vehicles that make this amount of power. This Edge ST is powered by a 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost, meaning there are 2 turbos giving this SUV a V8-like punch at 335 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. The only non-luxury branded SUV that makes more power than this Edge ST is a V8 powered Jeep Grand Cherokee or Dodge Durango. If you get the non-ST trim, then you'll get the smaller 2-liter single twin scroll turbo that makes 250 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque. That's more in line with other mid-size SUVs like the Acura MDX, the Nissan Murano, and the Toyota 4Runner, just to name a few that I've also reviewed. If you're interested in seeing any of those videos, please click on the playlist in the description box below. Of course, having more power is always more fun and interesting, and given that this has an all-wheel drive system standard, straight line performance is quite good. And at the higher revs, you're rewarded with a really sweet engine sound. And I also like that there's paddle shifters on this car, which controls the modern 8-speed automatic transmission. It shifts quickly and also gives you better efficiency. The Edge ST should give you a competitive miles per gallon at 19 city and 26 highway. With the 8-speed transmission, you also get this new rotary style shifter. I like it a lot because it makes the cabin feel more spacious and gives the interior a more high-tech feel. And you'll notice on the rotary dial here, there's a button with the letter S on it. If you press that, that'll put it into sport mode, and that'll do a couple of different things. First, it'll make the transmission shift to a more aggressive schedule so that it holds on to the revs a bit, putting you in the power band longer. It'll also make the engine sound a bit more aggressive, and you might think that's fake and corny, but trust me, a lot of cars do that. Basically, they manufacture engine sounds and they pipe it in through the stereo system. I don't mind it at all, and it actually sounds kind of good in here. And lastly, the S button also improves throttle response, so the gas pedal is going to be a bit more touchy. It feels unpleasant and jerky for slow driving situations, but when you're in the twisties, sport mode feels appropriate because it'll do some aggressive engine braking as well, ensuring you could power through corners after some heavy braking. I do wish there was some adaptive suspension damping like a proper sporty car should. That way it could still maintain comfort for the boring drives while still improving handling for when you want it. This Edge ST, while it's still stiffer than the non-ST trims, is still on the soft and boring side and doesn't quite live up to the ST level of driving excitement. You know, when I look at the Fiesta ST or the Focus ST, now both sadly discontinued, you get this fun and silly driving excitement and anticipation, but with the Edge ST, I don't quite get those same emotions. This SUV does try to give you those sporty car looks, however, and I think they've succeeded on that front. You see the same styling cues as the Shelby GT350 on these black overlapping splitters. I also love how this black accent continues around the side and around back, polished off with these squared off exhaust ports. The one I'm sitting in comes equipped with the ST Performance brake package as well. That's a $2,700 option, and that gives you the black 21-inch wheels, vented front and rear rotors, and the special red painted calipers and performance brake pads, just to name a few. Overall, the Edge ST in this Ford Performance blue paint and these black wheels looks badass and doesn't look at all boring like the other plain Edge trims. In terms of tech, this Edge ST is packed with it. The one I'm driving in has the 401A equipment package that basically gives you all of the premium features and nice to haves. The package is priced at almost $5,000, so pretty costly, but it does give you plenty of features. It comes with this gorgeous panoramic vista roof. It's a big piece of glass, and it really gives the Edge ST a very premium feel. There's also ventilated front seats and heated rear seats. There's a wireless charging pad, And this also gives you adaptive cruise control, a lane keeping system, and a 180-degree front camera. This being a larger car, it would have been nice to have a 360-degree visual check when you're parking. Fortunately, the Edge does come with proximity sensors on the front and rear bumpers, so you can at least hear a tone when you're getting close to something. This tester that I'm driving also comes with a $500 cold weather package, and that gives you a heated steering wheel, which you could turn on the screen. Standard on all Edge STs are the B&O sound system, which sounds solid. It also comes with a standard 8-inch touchscreen with Sync 3, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Amazon Alexa. The screen is considered on the small to medium side in today's standards. It's not that attractive, and it doesn't help that it's surrounded by a very boring and outdated center console design. Plenty of boring plastics to be found here. And below the screen, the HVAC button layout is messy, and I don't like how it surrounds the music controls. This could have been streamlined more for better ease of use. Just look at the Ford Escape, Explorer, and even the Mustang's interior. Those button layouts are far better than this. This one just feels unfinished. The instrument cluster also looks outdated. The newer Ford crossovers comes with a fully digital instrument cluster that gives off a more luxurious feel. There's nothing wrong with this instrument cluster, considering that it gives me all the critical information in real time. But considering that this car is shy of $53,000 with shipping, if I'm spending that much money on a midsize SUV, I want it to look more modern than the cheaper SUVs that you can find on the same lot. As for the seats, these upholstered leather seats are quite good. The ventilated seats also feel nice, and they're very effective during the hot summer days. The second row is also very nicely upholstered, and this being a midsize SUV, there's plenty of room and comfort to be had back here. As for cargo room, the Edge's cargo space is below average for midsize SUVs at 39.2 cubic feet with the rear seats up, and 73.4 cubic feet with the rear seats down. That being said, this is still relatively a lot of space for a small family. Overall, do I recommend the Ford Edge ST? If you're looking for a midsize SUV with a lot of power, you don't really have a lot of options outside of the luxury brand market. Having something that has this much torque and all-wheel drive feels really good, and it gives you good confidence on the road in any condition. Take it out for a test drive, and if power is at the top of your list, this will be a tough contender. For the price, I think there are better equipped and better looking SUVs out there. And I'm not a fan of the interior design, and I think it's missing some features normally found at this price range. And as for driving pleasure, this being an ST badged car, my expectations were high up because of the Fiesta ST and Focus ST. This Edge ST, even though it has the big and beefy engine, doesn't quite have the ST soul. But it doesn't really matter what I think. All that matters is what you think. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video somewhat entertaining or helpful, please consider hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe, hitting that notification bell so that you can be notified anytime we make a new video. I'll end it right here. I want to thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. My name is Hanson. This has been the 2020 Ford Edge ST, and I will see you next time.